Well, my name's Travis Condon, and I'm running this sports sedan.
Nothing but bad luck. We move back to the race lead. Just whoa.
Without too much further ado, this is what state level racing is all about in the 888 Home Loans Victorian State Circuit Racing Championships. You've got to get your breath and you've got to get it quick as we roll out the big bangers, the gods of thunder of Australian motorsport, and we shout out to our brothers, our big brothers in the National Series down at Tasmania this weekend at Symmons Plains, having their big run down there for their opening round of the season. But fantastic field here assembled for the state round here, and this is for the Groove Train Eastland, the Victorian Sports Sedan Series. And QP Lubes, quality performance lubes, provide professional lube service for everything that needs lubrication. And National Blind Supplies, owned by our current reigning champion, National Blind Supplies, wholesale manufacturer of furnishing, window furnishings, blinds, shutters and awnings, South Gippsland Highway, Dandenong South. Here is our grid. It will be Dean Cam under huge threat by Travis Condon. He is saving tyres for the last race of today, the longer 25-minute race. Francois Habib out of P3. Kevy Stoopman is the next one there in the turbocharged Mitsubishi Evo. You'd have to think that the turbocharged Evo has to make hay while the sun shines, and in fact, while the sun shines, not quite as hot as what it's going to be this afternoon here locally. Really send a message out to everyone that make your way trackside here to Winton. Currently 23 degrees, expecting a top of 28, and sun shining day, a little bit of cloud around there as well, so well worth making your way trackside. It's actually, yeah, it's heating up past 23 at the moment. Greg Lynch out of position number 6, Corey Gillett right alongside, first time in the Victorian Championship there for Corey Gillett. John Eppolito to Michael Luff in the number 35. It looks like a white VE Commodore, and that's what it is, but boy is it rapid. There he is coming around onto the pit straight there to line up. Right alongside Michael Luff will be, behind will be Jason Lee. Behind Michael Luff will be Warren Cleland in the 33. Mark Carr back to Adrian Reed in that beautiful Mini that just made its way onto the grid. Cam McKinnon in the 888 Home Loans car. He's our man in the 888 Home Loans Datsun 1600, a very menacing looking Datsun 1600 indeed. David Shaw and Vince Stenter in the very own Groove Train Eastland Mustang at the rear of the grid. He didn't finish the race yesterday. Sorry, I don't have any information as to what occurred there, but he is on the grid, which is fantastic because this Mustang's only done a couple of races when he's relatively new. Great front row of the grid, 2 different iterations on a race car, and that's what sports sedans are all about, and that is Dean Cam for showing you how you get away from the start line in a sports sedan race. He's got 2 or 3 car lengths on the field. Stoopman goes around Condon as well, so the turbocharged veteran just goes screaming through to P2, and Condon comes up the inside. Stoopy gets pushed out wide there, so Condon recovers to P2, and now Francois Habib's up on the ripple strips having an attack at Kevy Stoopman in the Evo, so not settling this race, that's for sure. Greg Lynch now goes right past Francois Habib as he goes out over the back of the ripple strips on the exit of turn 4, and Ippolito's now right in his face. And they are absolutely going for it in the mid-pack as Dean Cam's got a nice gap. Francois Habib fights back, gets down the inside of Greg Lynch. 2 of the Ravage Raceworks cars, Lynchy and Francois, come together. Now Lynch is facing into the traffic. That is a horrible position to be in. Boy, oh boy, that will be nerve-wracking for the dentist from the northeastern suburb of Melbourne. And wow, that was here we go, back to the start here. There's the sweeping Evo of the tyre power car there, and boy oh boy, what a wobble, hippy shake ride he had coming into turn number 2. Race continues. John Eppolito, number 97. car is beautiful, a magnificent sports sedan. And menacing in black. It's actually a testament to the series. This is Heartland sports sedan, this car. And he has got some great horsepower on board, thanks to Danny engine blazed up on those front quarter panels. Michael Bluff, another guy who's got great horsepower. Here comes Kevy Stoopman. He'll be all hot and sweaty still from his saloon car race earlier this morning in his Falcon. And as I said, the turbocharged car really does have to do its work this morning whilst the air is not quite as hot as what we're expecting it to be. Here's the replay. The two Commodores come together, and that is the headlight, I would suggest, out of the Dodo car. And that is certainly a big coming together between those two, sharing a garage, sharing the prep company that they both use in Dean Lilly, but certainly not teammates on track, that's for sure. They're both fighting over that same bit of track, and Greg Lynch had a horrible view of the whole field coming through there. That is absolutely nerve-wracking when you're turned around and you're facing the wrong way. I'm not sure where to apportion blame there. It was, I would say, Craig Baird might adjudicate on that racing incident. Blow the whistle, play on, and that's what we're seeing. But Francois Bibb has not lost any places in this race, and it doesn't appear as though we're seeing any black flags or any penalties being dealt out yet. So two cars into one corner and one piece of track doesn't fit, and neither of them budge from that. But I will leave that to be adjudicated by those a lot more talented in that sort of adjudication than myself. Dean Camp opens up the account with a 128.53, and that is tested conditions in lap record being held by Jack Pepins and John Ward Audi at 119.87. We'll work towards that, but I don't think we'll get anywhere near that lap record conditions today. Travis Corbin, he's got the bit between the teeth. There goes Vince Stenter, and there is our man from Triple Eight Home Loans. He's got his hands full with Warren Clellan in the Mark car. Warren used the Mark cars. Of course, we saw Tony win a championship in the Francois Habib is off down in turn 3, and that is bogged. You want to make sure that it continues, and that effort in reality involves commercial partners helping us to fund it. So if you're enjoying it and you want to have a chat, please get in touch with the VSRS via the Facebook page if you want to chat, or reach out to the VSRS quietly at the end of the race meeting. We'd love to talk to you. I believe safety car is preparing to come in now as Dean Cam just slows it down, and he wants to control it to suit the Corvette. He doesn't want it to suit the Corolla or the Evo behind him, which will suit Corey Dillon. Going in out of position number 5, goes into the pits, and Dean Cam is back underway. They all get away very, very nicely. Indeed, watch John Ippolito. Oh no, watch Kevy Stoopman ranges up the inside. Travis Condon might be caught napping a little bit there, or was it just the pace of the turbocharged Evo stuffed it up the inside like he did on the outside, like he did on the opening stanza of this race. And now Kev Stoopman's got Dean Cam in his sights here, so Dean needs to get the Corvette, the number 66, hustling away, the 5-star fencing racer. Heads up into the sweeper here, and this is where the Corvette, its longer wheelbase, manages just to remain nice and stable. The cars behind start to bobble around. Stoopy up on the ripple strip. Dean Cam covering him off very deliberately, and what that's doing is giving Travis Condon the room and track in front of him to fight back to Kevin Stoopman. Watch the green Corolla. He's got bulk horsepower as he comes out of this corner, and this is nose-to-tail sports sedan racing at its best. And let me tell you, 3 very different ways of achieving it. The car in the middle of the sandwich there, 4-cylinder turbo, 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. The car in front, rear drive front engine, or mid-shift engine as it is in this car. And then Travis Condon front engine, rear drive, albeit out of a K70 Corolla with a Chevrolet power plant in it. So 3 different ways of achieving it. It's 1, 2, 3 in the race. There's Johnny Pilotto in the, I guess, more traditional type of Australian fair front engine, mid prepared out of Ravage Raceworks in Melbourne. Comes Travis Condon now. He is bouncing it up off ripple strips, and he's not really answering the question lap time-wise. He is by throwing it off the track there. You don't want to do that too many times, but Travis has been quite deliberate in his strategy here. He wants the tyres for the race 3 for the weekend, as just as he's cracking it sideways like that. That is not going to get you there, Travis. He is now looking down the barrel of coming third to Dean Cam again today, but also Kevin Stupin in the mix here. Kevin's going beautifully in the number 82 tyre power car. Tyre power sale, I believe, is Kevin's preferred dealership. 66 Dean Cam deliberately placing his car exactly where he needs to, and powered out to this left-hander. And this is probably more suited to the Evo. Dean Cam now comes down. 2 more corners to go, and we should have 2 from 2 for Dean Cam here this weekend. He comes in with all the points from round 1 as well. So he's done a terrific job. There it is. Dean Cam, checkered flag, National Blind Supplies, Groove Train, Eastland, following him home very, very closely indeed. 1.3 seconds behind Kevin Stupman, and a further 0.9 of a second behind there is Travis Condon. Terrific result. And the race continues here. This is the 94. David Shaw and Adrian Reed. This is your typical David versus Goliath. The big Falcon and the tiny Mini looks to the outside, winds up the turbo, and who gets it at the line? It will be the truck right car of David Shaw, Adrian Reed, and at the end of it, it was 0.2 of a second to the gap there. So, testament to sports sedan racing. It's not over until it's over. And a terrific job there. All doing it for the Groove Train Eastland. Confirmation of results. Dean Cam takes the win, 2 from 2 here this weekend. Kevy Stupman getting home in P2. That's a terrific result there. Well done to Kevy Stupman. And he has to saddle up again in just a couple of moments for Saloon Cars and do the racing there in his Falcon as well. So Travis Condon home in P3. I hope his strategy of looking after tyres for the last race for the day. He'll be starting off the second row of the group with John Ippolito right beside him. I feel as though...
Thanks, guys, and thanks to all my sponsors as well.